Very nice of you.
And all my best from Edor.
There you go.
All right, wrapped up. This week of camp. Tomorrow kind of ends camp, so we've got our scrimmage tomorrow morning in the stadium, and have had a really good week. So today was a little bit of a lighter practice. We're helmets today. Worked a lot of situations, like kicking game situations. It's preparing for tomorrow, and look forward to finishing up tomorrow, and then getting our legs back and getting ready for Appalachian State. So had I think a very good camp. Just need to have a good preparation week and a half or so before we kick off down there in Charlotte, September 2nd.
Do you have a format tomorrow for the scrimmage as far as what you're trying to accomplish?
Well, to a degree, I want to get a lot of work with the kicking game tomorrow. So, we're going to do a lot of that stuff early in the scrimmage, and then the thing we're trying to do right now is, we have a roster that's as big as we've ever had, but there's only 72 that are going to go to Charlotte, and so we got to figure out, we know for the most part, who the first 30 or so are. You just got to figure out who the rest are. You got to figure out who's ready to play and who's needs a little bit more time, whether it's later this season or maybe next year. For some of those young guys. So there'll be a lot of guys getting work in a lot of different situations, and some of the guys that what you got, they won't see quite as much tomorrow. But just really of an evaluation of personnel is the big piece for tomorrow.
Go back to the spring game. You mentioned you don't want to have to pause,
right.
And go through that. I mean, obviously, you're pretty pleased, and your schedule has been kind of what you thought.
Yeah.
I mean, is it gone the way you hoped from that standpoint of
Yeah.
getting through this?
I think the kids did a great job with the vaccination process. They set themselves up to be in a good situation right now. But you have 30,000 college students coming back to campus this weekend. I mean, anybody that goes out to the local stores. My wife said that Target didn't have anything because all the kids have bought everything out there, and so everybody's noticing that campus is back. And so, the hope is that we can, between our vaccination, and I've started, really talking to the guys about safety protocols, even though we are vaccinated. The hope is that we can avoid having any issues, with the COVID, with COVID stuff. So, it's you try to do what you can, try to control what you can control. But pleased with the job the kids have done so far with that.
What are the main objectives in terms of the scrimmage tomorrow? What you hoping to get out of that?
Well, kind of addressed that a few minutes ago. So basically, just get some situations, kicking game wise, taken care of, and then an evaluation of a lot of the guys, see if they're ready to go or not.
And defensively, they continue to get better as the.
Yes, I'm very very pleased.
Talk about the confidence level of those guys, and they seem to know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean that's the positive piece of having same scheme, same coordinator, and for the most part the same position coaches, for a couple of years in a row, and you have guys that played last year. As I was sitting here this time last year, you're sitting here with Chris Willis and a bunch of freshmen. Now you're sitting here, Chris has graduated and gone on, but those guys, they're experienced second-year players now, and so. You got a lot of guys that have game experience, that know the scheme. I think we're playing very, very fast right now defensively, extremely aggressive. Tuesday and Wednesday's practices were extremely physical practices, and very pleased with the way we run and hit. So I think that they feel confident in themselves right now.
You are inside 2 weeks now to
Yep.
kick off officially with Friday. Football-wise, where do you kind of just feel with things, especially when you kind of look back at last year and how chaotic it was?
Yeah.
At this point in the year.
Well, last year I don't think you can really compare to anything.
Yeah.
You look at where we were this time in 2019, and it's not even close. I feel like we have good players in our program. We're still, we're the second youngest team in the country last year. Okay, so now we're not going to go from being the second youngest team in the country to being the most experienced team in the country. I mean, we're still probably one of the youngest teams in the country because of so many kids coming back with the extra year due to COVID. I mean, you look When I first knew that we were playing Appalachian this year, you look at their roster and I said, okay, well we're catching them a good time. All their guys are going to graduate the year before, and they're going to have a very young team. Well, all those guys came back and are super seniors this year, so they have a very old team. So you're still a young team, but I like our team. They play hard, they play with emotion, they play with intensity. We have good ability. We have good culture. We have good kids. I mean, they're enjoyable to be around. I'm proud of who they are when they represent us in public. So football-wise, I feel like the program is in a very solid place right now. And we're all excited about the fall. Everybody knows we have a challenging schedule, but we also have great opportunities, and I'm excited to see this team play. We're going to be extremely competitive. I think we've got a chance to have, the year we all hope to have this year. So we got to go out and do it. We got to go out and earn it. And we're going to have a tremendous test in game 1 that I think will, go a long ways towards telling us exactly where we are.
High school football starts tonight
Yeah.
in North Carolina. You have a message?
It started last night, by the way.
I do. Rocky Mount and Tarboro. Rocky Mount
Yep.
won 12-0 was the final. Rocky Mount scored a touchdown in the first half on a pass, and they scored a touchdown late to ice it. I did get that part. Northside also won. But anyway, do you have a message for like the high school coaches, the players, something like that?
Well, I mean, we're sending out some stuff. We sent some stuff out last week to the high school coaches and, in our recruiting region. And you'll see stuff sent out from our staff today. But exciting time of the year. I started out as a high school coach, and I have great memories of that. And, I was talking to one of the stations up in Asheville this week, and just, I have so many good friends that are coaching high school football across the state. And it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time for communities. There's nothing like Friday Night Lights. The whole community, especially like the town I grew up in, I mean, the whole place shut down on Friday nights and everybody was at the football game. It's just something special. And I love the college game, but, the high school game is just so special to communities. And so just, wish all the players and coaches good luck, and stay healthy, stay safe. And it's just going to be so great to be able to have your parents and your fans back in the stands watching you this year.